Here I am once again in my home county of North Yorkshire, and I've come to see somebody very special, very familiar, and you might see quite a resemblance. Over here we have my mum. You all right, Mum?
Yeah, fine, thank
Good. And who have you got to show us today?
This is Sybil, my little white mini. She's called Sybil because of her registration number, SBL. And she's become quite a little favourite of mine. She's my only classic car. Hi, I'm Marge, and this is my little white mini that I'm rather fond of. I wasn't always into minis. My cousin had one when I was smaller, and she allowed me to drive hers, but I wasn't impressed, so I think that put me off for rather a while. But then later on, I was encouraged, shall we say, to do autographs, and somebody kindly lent me a little blue mini, which I then christened a little blue meanie, because we're supposed to be mean on the track. I had a little success. I had a third. No, I had 2/3 and a second. Never really got more than that. And then I had a bit of a bump in the little blue meanie, which rather damaged her, so she couldn't race again. And at which point I thought I'd broken a rib. So I was getting on in years. I must have been about 60 something by then. Decided maybe it was time to give up. And then it was a few years before we got this little beauty. When this car was first registered, she was registered in Germany, and that was her German number plate. She was re-registered in the UK in 1982, and she's been in the same family for 40 years. One careful lady owner, obviously. She'd done only 18,000 miles, and that's verified. We have all the documentation to prove it. So we were very lucky to get her. Well, when we picked it up, we found one or two funny little documents, pieces of paper, and then tucked into the sun visor was a little dried up white flower in a little packet, and it turned out to be an edelweiss. So we'd love to have known the story about why that was there.
Did it have some writing on it?
I believe it did, but I can't remember what it was. We've sadly lost the little flower, and I'm absolutely gutted about that, because it was part of her history.
And wasn't the owner who lived in Germany in the Wrens?
Yes, that's right. Came from a military background, yes.
So what Dad told me is that it was built in England, imported over to Germany as part of a military operation, that was the sign, and owned by the lady who was in the Wrens, and then brought back over about 3 years later and re-registered in Britain, is that right?
That's correct,
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah.
So another lady owner.
Another lady owner. Not maybe as careful, but we'll see.
So you just mentioned that you might not be the most careful lady owner. Why is that?
I do like going fast, but obviously legal still. And I did enjoy my time doing autographs, and I shall never ever forget the absolute adrenaline rush. I don't know if it was fear, terror, or enjoyment, it's hard to tell at the time, of sitting on the start line in my little blue meanie, engines revving, waiting for the bungee to lift, and watching that yellow flag like a hawk for any twitching of the starter when you know he's going to lift the bungee and you're going to be off racing down that first straight.
So that was your first experience in the Mini, other than your cousins that you didn't like. But what about now? What about this Mini? Why are you not the most careful owner in this Mini?
Well, she has been put through all these handbrake turns in muddy fields. I had to go with some stunt drivers down in Herefordshire, and after I'd learnt to do handbrake turn, I entered hunt and steam gathering and managed to do one all by myself with me, so I was very proud of my little self and hope to go back again next year. And obviously when we do the hunt and steam gathering, it's a race. The first race we do is against the clock, and you have to do the course in the fastest time. And then they set you against another car who starts on the opposite side of the course, and the idea then is you do the same course but starting at different positions, and you end up to see if you can do it faster than the other car. Always great fun.
So you definitely put this car through its paces.
Oh yes, yes, and so far she hasn't let me down. Okay, so we're driving around the lanes of wonderful Wensleydale, and the Mini's a very, very fun car to drive. Very forgiving, but sadly lack of suspension means that cattle grids are not good.
What engine size is Sybil?
1000cc.
There she goes well, doesn't she? This is my mum sending it in the Mini. Whoa! Steady
See what
on.
I mean about the suspension?
And people wonder where I get it from.
Can't think who that might be.
What's funny is, you were never the car person, were you? When I was growing up?
No. We never had a car when I was growing up in Edinburgh. We went everywhere on the bus. Mum and Dad couldn't drive, although Mum in her youth drove a little grey Fergie on the farm. But you didn't really need a car much in Edinburgh because the bus service was so good. So it wasn't until I was much older, my first job was learning to drive, I needed one for work. So 1980 was when I passed my test.
But
I'll let you do the math.
growing up, you used the car for using a car, and that was it. It was not like a passion for you, was it?
No, it was getting from A to B, doing the school run.
So I think I got my car things from Dad, but I genuinely think I get this need for speed streak from you. It never really reared its head until you got into classic cars yourself, I don't think. I mean, it's probably always been there because of the horse riding, but the need for speed I never thought was a you thing. And
I think our family's always been competitive, with my dad and my granddad racing greyhounds.
you're very lucky to have this car and drive it on these roads. These are beautiful.
They are. It's much easier to get off if a huge tractor is coming towards you, as happens quite often. I took a friend out in it recently and he said it was the most enjoyable thing he'd done recently.
Oh, how sweet.
Everybody says the same when we take this one to shows. I used to have one just like this, and then they go into a lovely reminisce.
That's the thing about the classic Mini. Everybody loves them.
Yeah, and most people have had one at some time.
They've got such character and such a place in British motoring history. Everybody's got a soft spot for the Mini.
Certainly have, including me now.
My turn. Let's go. Oh, I have driven Sybil before. She is a lot of fun. Sybil! I love it! So Sybil, I can tell why you called her Sybil because of the registration number. It's SYB, is it?
SBL.
SBL.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see why you called her Sybil. But you had another Mini for a time, didn't you?
Yes, we did. It was a green one. So we thought, I know, let's call it Basil.
Hey!
We've got a Sybil and a Basil.
Oh, that is perfect. I love it.
Because it was green, obviously, and the herb Basil was green.
I didn't think of that either. Oh, I love that. Let's just talk about this car for a minute. It handles beautifully.
Doesn't it just?
For a little 1 litre car.
I know.
It's just, look at it.
I think the one word you associate with this car is fun.
Definitely a fun car.
Yeah.
And I'm very privileged that I'm insured to drive it, as I am insured to drive all of Dad's as well. So thank you very much for that. And it's just such a pleasure to be driving back up in North Yorkshire, my home county, doing what I love to do, driving around the roads. It's just lovely. So you said you used to hate Minis. What was it about them that put you off for so long?
Well, it was just a particular one belonging to my cousin. I'd never driven a car before, and she said, oh, it's okay, you can have a go in mine. But there was something wrong with it. I'm not quite sure what, but it just wouldn't go at all, and I just didn't feel right. So for a long time I was put off Minis, thinking they were all like that, not realising it was the fault of that one Mini.
So was there a particular moment or experience that completely changed your opinion of the Mini?
Yes, when I started to do autograss racing, I was very impressed by what the little Mini that I drove then could do in keeping up with all the other Class 1s, even though it was about half the size of all the others, and even though it kept getting, although autocross is supposed to be not a contact sport, I have a different experience of that because I used to get knocked into the midfield quite regularly.
So can you describe the exact experience when you first realised that the car that you originally hated was actually amazing fun and you loved it?
Again, I would say during autocross it was such fun to drive, and I learnt so much. Just doing 4 laps of the track in that little Mini taught me so much, how to steer it, how to just enjoy it and what it could do.
And did you look back at your previous hatred for them and think, oh my gosh, I've missed out?
I don't suppose it was hate really, it was just a bad experience, and I thought, oh yes, I have wasted all these years, because my first car after I passed my driving test wasn't a Mini, it was a Morris Marina.
You have a Mini now and you absolutely adore them, don't you?
I do, yes.
How does driving your Mini now compare to the first ever experience you had in the Mini, and indeed the Autograss Mini? How do they all compare with each other?
To drive, they're all very similar, and again I'd say that one word is fun. That describes a lot of what we do in Minis. The other fun thing is being able to park much more easily beside these huge new modern cars. You can just nip into a nice little space which is quite narrower than normal. Yeah, she's just so much fun to drive. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, especially in the roads up here, because they're not so congested as the ones further south, so
I feel that. Do you think Minis have a personality of their own? And if so, could you describe yours?
Oh yes, in one word, cheeky.
I would agree with that. Looking back, do you laugh at yourself for hating them previously, or not liking them and refusing to entertain them at all?
I don't laugh at it. I just feel regret that I had such a bad experience first time round and wasted all those years when I could have been enjoying a Mini more.
Well, you're certainly catching up now.
I am.
So what have you got to show us here?
Well, this was the result of my short but sweet career as a racing driver doing autograss. This is the first trophy I ever won way back in 2016 when I was with Yorkshire Dales Autograss Club, and I was third in my class, which was Class 1. So that was the first trophy I'd ever won.
And that was in the Mini, wasn't it?
That was in the blue Mini, yeah. And then fast forward to the following year, again with Yorkshire Dales Autograss Club, 2017, ladies Class 1 again in the blue Mini. I was third overall, and my racing number was YD201. So that's the one they got a bit bigger second time round. And then the final year I did it.
That one is huge.
I can hardly lift this one. I don't know what it's made of. Must be the block underneath. But again, 2018, this time I came second overall. I was pleased as punch because that was the year I had the accident. And I remember after the accident thinking, I could stop now and just let the paramedics come and see me, or I could carry on and get the points.
Yes,
I knew
girl.
The points. So that's what I did. So I ended up coming second overall and winning this one.
Well done.
So
it's huge.
And that's my photo.
Oh, just show the viewers.
At the presentation.
That's beautiful. Well done.